Good day everyone, and once again this is English in Minutes with Teacher Rhea, and this is my 5th video. So today we are not going to have any English lesson, but I will be giving you again my smart tips. But before starting this video, I would like you to remember, the first smart tips that I gave you, and it was during my first video. During my first video, I gave you my smart tips on how to develop your English communication skills. For letter S is to speak confidently. So you have to speak confidently, and letter M is to make a vocabulary list. A is to always practice, R is to read it aloud, and T is to try to make new foreign friends. So today I am giving you again another smart tips, and this smart tips is about taking exams. How you prepare yourself in taking exams. So as students, you always have your midterm exam and your final exams. And for M3, for Matayom 3 and Matayom 6 students, they have GATPAT and ONET. Yes, they are taking ONET exams and GATPAT exams. And for Matayom 6, they also have their entrance examinations for the university. And for M3 students, they also take exams for as preparations for their going to Matayom 4. So some students also take exams, take TOEIC, take TOEFL, take TOEFL. So these smart tips that I'm going to give you is how to prepare yourself in taking those tests. So, the first smart tip is letter S. Letter S is to study. Study, study. You have to study very hard. Why? Why do you need to study? If you don't study, of course, you cannot answer your test. You don't have the idea on what will be your test. So you have to study. Just like going to a fight, going to a fight, going to a game, going to a fight, you need to study your opponent. You have to study your opponent. In playing football, you also have to study the other team. You have to study the other team, of course, to win the game. So studying is very important. In taking the test, if you want to pass the test, if you want to get a good score, a high score, you need to study very hard. So that is the first tip that I am going to give you, to study. You have to study. Study very hard. Then letter M, for letter M is to make a note that is easy for you to remember. Make a note that is easy for you to remember. You don't need to memorize every word. You don't need to memorize every word, because that will give you a headache too if you memorize everything. But what you need to do is to only remember. You have to remember and understand the very important thing. Make a note that is very easy to remember. So letter A is to avoid studying or reading a night before the test. Okay? Avoid reading or studying a night before the test or before the exam. Okay, all you need to do is to, before the exam or a night before the exam, you need to sleep early. Okay, you have to sleep early or to take a good sleep, to take a good rest. Because if you still study a night, if you still want to study a night before the test, the possibility is you will be able to get nervous during the exam. Okay, having a good night's sleep, having a long sleep will make you feel better. It will make you feel relaxed. So if you lack sleep because you study or you read the night before the test, you will get nervous or you will get tired and you will be exhausted. You will feel tired and you might forget the things that you study. Letter R is to read and review. Read and review during your free time. Okay? Read and review during free time. Do not read or review during the exam or an hour before the exam, but during your free time. During your free time, that is a week before your exam or 2 days before your exam, a week, okay, before your exam, not on the day of your exam. So you have to read and review during your free time, okay, but not on the day of your exam. Letter T is to try to do some pre-tests online. For TOEIC and ONET, there are online tests, so you can find it or search it on the internet and find some online tests there, and you can practice those online tests. Doing these pre-tests or this test online will help you prepare for the tests. Okay, it will give you some ideas that this will be the test. So you will be confident enough to take the test because you practice before the test. Yeah. Okay, those are the smart tips on how to prepare yourself in taking the test. Let's review the 5 smart tips that I gave you. S is to study very hard. M is to make a note that is very easy to remember. A is to avoid reading or studying a night before the test. R is to read and review during your free time. And the last one is T, to try to do some pre-tests online. So I also applied it to myself when I want to take a test. So way back 2015, okay, it was during my first year here in working in Thailand as a teacher. So I took the 2-week test, and yeah, I got 940. Yeah, 940 because these are the tips that I follow. So if you want to get high scores during your exam, so those smart tips that I gave are very helpful to you. So again, this is Teacher Rhea saying have a great day and hope you enjoyed this video.